sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cardinals and the Colts. Next on Madden NFL 25.
From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage.
Well, a tough start for both of these teams, still searching for their first one of the season as we get going in week 3. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They give on second to Benson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out a 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Sean Murphy-Bunting ranging over for that stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Option give to Taylor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Richardson on 3rd. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it! And this one doesn't go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be Cardinals football. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Trey McBride. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. The give now to Benson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
On target to his man Higgins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Wilson on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Kyler to throw. McBride hauls it in. And he gets this forward to the 19. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Gets this one to Harrison. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give up the gut to Benson. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Benson scores. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Trey Benson, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
This one finds Taylor. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It's Benson on the give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Benson once more. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Kyler. Able to hit Ryman, complete.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. From the 37, Wilson's got it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. The Colts adding a man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Handoff headed left to Benson. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Benson. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals pull out in front further, 13-zip. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like different.
He's got it inside the 25. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts make it a one-score game in the 1st half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. They come in on a little two-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. This one quickly to Harrison. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They'll toss it here to Benson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Benson now from the gun. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Murray on third down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. Again at 27 yards. First down, Cardinals.
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Option play they give to Benson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 29. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Pressure coming. It's Murray. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Taylor again. And all he's able to do is get them a touch more space to the 4. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. They go again with Taylor. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Chased out to his right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Long-time standout Calais Campbell there for the stop. 3rd and long for him here. That's complete to Pittman. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Cardinals returning their offense and this running back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Murray looking to throw. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. A give left side to Benson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Well, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. Third time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Richardson. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He finds Mitchell. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Richardson. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Murray here on 1st down. He's got Harrison. At the 20. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grow their lead just before halftime. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose, that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than its design, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down and he can catch and run, especially with the elite athletes at that position in this league, big plays follow.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. The Colts out there on offense late in this first half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. 1st down throw here from Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They've got 1st down from the 31. On target to Downs. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This, 42 yards from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll get him back to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've reached the halftime break, and it's the Cardinals, the Redbirds, leading so far on the road. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing. Well, the teams are ready, the fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Can't get it to him, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Brought in right side. This is ahead for about 5. Josh Sweat making the stop. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Throwing now, Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. 1st and 10, Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll try it right with Benson. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Kyler looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Murray. He's marking over something here and just chucks it away. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Cardinals out for the punt. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This one finds Taylor.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Throw complete to Herbert. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Taylor now up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And he's brought down for a loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
He's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack.
And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot.
And now down he goes. He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game. Down 2, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the 4th quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. 3rd quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Wilson on the slant. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Murray. Gets this one to Harrison. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. The give now to Benson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. They're running the option, short side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And on 3rd down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Jones reels it in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Kyler throwing here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
There was a theory some years ago, Kate, that you would never run play action on 3rd and extra long like this because that play action is really not going to affect the defense. But what you got to understand is many times you're running that play action because of the great protection. You're actually trying to give that quarterback an extra beat. Well, it didn't work out that time.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Sean Murphy Bunting ranging over for that stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Option give to Taylor. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Trying an option here, play to the left. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And they take him down right along the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 16 at the 36-yard line.
This is Taylor. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
4-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark. And off to Benson to start the drive. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Complete out to the right side. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Kyler. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's tackled for a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to the air, Murray. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll try and take an option left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Kyler to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Oh, no, the ball is loose. And he gets his own fumble, so the comeback hopes are still alive, but that clock keeps running. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down. Now Murray has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Benson on the give. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. Kyler looking to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Cardinals going nickel here, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Richardson back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. Anytime it results in...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. He beams one deep right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. And the Cardinals have it as he records the first interception of his young career. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to throw, Murray. He's got, he loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And so just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. 2nd and 3 now. Now a give. It's Benson headed right. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. So we will not reach the 2-minute warning. The defense calling time here. 2:08 on the clock. Going to the ground again on first. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. And this defense wants the extra stoppage before the 2-minute warning as they take a timeout. 2:05 on the clock. They'll toss it here to Benson. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. The Colts adding a man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw it. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. So they happily go to a knee here to run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their first win of the season. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few